It's taken 6 weeks to lay out the evidence in court against Chris Kahui. It took the jury less than 10 minutes to throw it out and decide he was not guilty. Kate Lynch joins us now live from outside the church used by the Kahui family in Glen Innes. Kate.
Mike, I've been with the Kahui family for the past half an hour here at their family church. They told me that today was the end of a 2-year nightmare. Tired and terrified, Chris Kahui took his place in the dock for the last time.
Do you find the accused Christopher Sonny Kahui guilty or not guilty on count 1 of the murder of Crew or Mecca Kahui?
We find the accused not guilty.
Do you find the accused Christopher Sonny Kahui guilty or not guilty on count 2 of the murder of Christopher Arepa Kahui?
We have found the accused not guilty.
As the not guilty verdicts were read, the packed courtroom erupted with sobs and shouts of yes. Kahui sat down and looked skywards. Outside, his family cried, then joined arms and prayed. Kahui, as always, said little.
How do you feel, Chris?
How are you feeling, Chris?
Good, real good.
What are you going to do from here, Chris?
Try and start my life again.
He left it up to his pastor to speak more fully.
Now, Chris continues to express his innocence in the deaths of baby Crew and baby Chris, and is pleased that he has been eliminated as a suspect.
The Crown's case was that Kahui, under pressure and frustrated, attacked the babies mid-evening on June 12, 2006. The defence disputed the timing of the assault, arguing it could have happened earlier in the evening and that someone else, probably the baby's mother Maxine King, was responsible. King was not in court for the verdict. The officer in charge of the investigation would not say if she will be investigated.
From my perspective, I guess it's disappointing. We still have 2 twins, Crew and Chris Kahui, where no one's been made accountable.
It's a view shared by law expert Bill Hodge.
We know that there were 2 homicides in terrible circumstances, and one gets the feeling that this is an instance where terrible injustices have been perpetrated and a terrible crime is going unpunished.
The Kahui family say they want a new investigation. Someone has to answer their baby's cries from the grave. Mike, I spoke exclusively with a very tired and emotional Kahui family a few minutes ago, specifically with Chris's father, Banjo. Here's what he had to say.
I'm just happy that my son's been vindicated anyway. And, well, that's really all I've got to say.
Kate, the police have held a news conference this afternoon. What more did they add?
Well, basically they're saying that they're going to stand by what they've always said, and that is that Chris Kahui was guilty. But here's a bit more of what they had to say.
I think it's important, and I think the message needs to be made clear, that everyone that was at Courtenay Crescent over that weekend was considered a person of interest. And we thoroughly investigated each person until we identified Chris Kahui and then made the arrest. There are no leads that we could follow up. As I've said, there is no evidence to support a charge against any other person, and that includes the mother, Maxine King. What I would say is that with any child death, those involved, whether they are witnesses or offenders, are normally related to the dead child.
So, Mike, there you have it. The police say they won't re-investigate this case and no one will ever be brought to justice for the death of those tiny, beautiful little babies.
Thank you, Kate.